Roger, Roger. Thanks for the follow, Salty Clanka. All right. Okay. So this one's a bit of a spur of the moment thing that just kind of decided late in the stream yesterday, because I really wanted to kind of test the waters here for a Monday stream. Who knows? It might end up becoming a regular thing. Who's to say? Kind of playing around with the idea with Sundays, Mondays, and Thursdays. So, you know, that's gonna be fun. But yeah, we're gonna be working on this again. So as you can see, we've made some pretty good progress on this as of yesterday. So what I want to do is I want to get the inks here done. Let's just turn that down a little bit and swap over to some. Yeah, there we go. Hey, Kitty, welcome on in. Hey, Kazerkin. Salty. So yeah, the whole idea is I want to get I basically want to get the inks done today so I can get started on like coloring and all of that off stream. And I also want to see if I can block in a background in both of these. Yeah, double sunny time. You had Sunny Mecha Sunday, now time for Sunny Mecha Monday. Okay, so first off, let's get these ears duplicated and moved over like so. That way we don't have to like draw this twice. Probably could have done the same for the hair, but like, fuck it, we ball. And this is just sort of like my way to kind of show that you don't really need all sorts of like fancy tools and such. You can do everything from just like the necessities. Like so. This is gonna be a bit of a shorter stream. Just a heads up. There may be a chance we won't even be able to get this done in the time that I'm wanting to, but we shall see. Yeah, I'm trying to be very good about my own health and only doing art in like 4 to 5 hour chunks, because let me tell you, if you do it for like close to 8 hours straight, that is a quick way to burn out. I've done it before, so I'm speaking from experience. So we're just gonna quickly shade in the hair there, and let's see if we can bunch this up into smaller strands. Just diving right in. So I have some other things I have planned for this piece as well. So I'm going to be doing an action pose right down here in this blank spot, and I'm going to do a smaller like back POV here, so you can see like the back of the actual suit. I'm basically treating this like I would any other mech commission. So having everything kind of like make its own internal, like, logical sense. One thing I might do once I'm done with this commission, I might do a big anatomy study and just make like a big ol' like an anatomy figure turnaround. Just something for my own referencing and something for like everyone in the community to kind of reference if they want to like dip into art anatomy and all of that. Because it's always good to see how other people simplify things when you're just trying to learn. Because when you're trying to make like pieces from imagination, or if you're trying to do like referencing for a lot of your work, it's real easy to get lost in the visual noise of nature. And you guys know my whole philosophy when it comes to art. Art should be as simple and as accessible as possible. Like, how you get the end result doesn't really matter if you're having to like heavily reference someone else's like work and like problem solving. Then yeah, why not? The major line I draw is generative AI, mostly because, well, one, it's straight up plagiarism. It's like high-tech tracing at this point. And what's even worse is generative AI is just so tainted at this point that it makes references impossible to trust anymore. Because the moment you find a reference, you go, oh, that's a good reference, and you see that it's like AI generated, you're like, oh, this is going to be filled with so many like micro flaws that it's going to make my stuff actively worse. That's the biggest problem with AI. So now we're going to be getting some of this in here. And as always, if you guys have like any questions about art or like any advice, or if you'd like me to like do a little art tutorial tangent for you guys, just ask in chat. I'll be more than happy to do it. Anything to pass my intermediate knowledge. And I say intermediate because, well, let's face it, anyone who... I'm very well aware of my flaws when it comes to my artwork, so I'm very hesitant to call myself a master. And... you know, what I do may seem like black magic to you guys, but... but... there's some very clear intentionality behind every choice I put on canvas. All right. So now we're gonna put a happy little knee pad down. We're just gonna get that face right in there. Yeah, a good example of like one limitation that I have with my particular skill set is I am predominantly an ink illustrator. The moment I try to do any like painting or rendering, oh, forget it. It just never looks right to me. I can't do soft shading to save my life. And I've tried. Like, I have mad respect for digital painters. Like, to be able to get those subtle gradients with just, like, a square brush and the airbrush tool. My god. I'm doing pretty good today. I got to sleep in, which was nice. Had some duck earlier. I say earlier, like 15 minutes ago. Fucking love duck. So good.
Yeah, food was very much on time for one.
Yeah, that was the surprising part. Food was on time.
Also, I heard you mention about AI art earlier.
Yeah.
One of the big things that is annoying from my side when I'm trying to like get commission stuff done, and this might be a problem that some other people have ran into as well, is that when you're trying to get references now for stuff,
Yep.
and you're like, and you Google and whatnot, and you're like, oh, this looks like it would really work, and then you find out later down the line, or when you submit it to the artist, for example, and they're like, oh, by the way, that's AI, you immediately start feeling incredibly bad that you didn't quite pick up on it yourself, because it's like,
yeah, it's,
you have to like double check every single reference image you find on the off chance it might be AI.
Yeah, it's the same from the artist side, because I cannot find like reliable references anymore. Like, I'd start looking, like, because like before the advent of AI, it was really easy to find like art figure turnaround, so, you know, art figure anatomy sheets that would be very easy to like reference and such. But then doing that now, it's fucking impossible.
Yeah.
Because like, you take one look and go, this looks kind of okay. It's very clear. It's very readable. Oh, it's on one of those like AI generator slop websites. Fuck.
Yeah, it gets annoying
very quickly. It's like you can't even trust references on the internet anymore. So it's just bad for everyone involved. I'm so glad that bubble is bursting.
Finally, bit by bit.
Like, the one that got me was like there was a time where in early 2020, artists were getting accused of being like AI artists just because they got hands wrong. I'm like, in what fucking world are hands ever easy? I still struggle with hands, and I'm like, they're not as much of a struggle for me now, but like, fuck.
You know that meme where it's just like, alright, I'm ready to take on this thing, and then it just cuts to the bottom part of it, and it's like, man, that's got hands.
Yeah.
Now I'm just thinking of an art version of that, and the bottom picture is just like, damn, that ain't got no hands. Or something like that, I don't know.
Let's see, I've tried to look for like stream screen backgrounds to buy, and every time I see one that looks cool in a thumbnail, I open it up and it's really obviously AI in it. Yeah, that's and like, good luck trying to find like anything like mecha related, because like I tried looking, like at the beginning of the year, I tried looking for like mecha calendars, because it's just nice having a physical calendar that you can write on and such. And then I looked at the image and saw that things were like all warped and impossible. I'm like, this is fucking AI, isn't it? Fuck. They're selling AI calendars. I hate AI so much. Yeah, fuck AI. Ooh, that being said, that would be a really good project to do near the end of the month. Just like a big sunny mecha calendar. Oh, or a Sunny Mecha deck of cards. I've heard someone spread the wisdom that it's never too early to have merch of yourself, because it's always nice to give people an outlet to support you. And I'm like, that's actually really nice. I like the way that was presented. I have a button press. I could make pins and buttons and such too. I've already started making like sticker sheets as well. Let's see, I just accept it until I can get a background properly commissioned. I'm using an Oblivion screenshot or edited Family Guy living room, depending on how I feel. Honestly valid. I still need to like actually get some proper practice in of like environments myself. The one thing I've always kind of like struggled with, and this is another reason why I kind of hesitate to call myself like a master at my craft, is I still struggle super hard with perspective. I've yet to find like a shorthand I can use that just makes it click in my head. Because I hate using rulers, especially in digital art. It's such a time sink to set up the rulers and then like making sure everything's like a-okay and all that. It's like, fuck, no, I can't do that. I'm an artist, not an architect. I have mad respect for architects. But like, that ain't me. That ain't me, Chief. That ain't me. There we go. Yeah, I've been thinking about actually making some like sci-fi overlays to sell on VGen. I will wear patches designed by you. Oh, thank you. I actually have like a Lancer patch that I designed. It's that triangular one. Hold on, let me see if I can find it real quick. It should be... Hold on, I might have it here somewhere. Let's see, do I have it? You know what? I'll just open up the Mayoshi background that I used. This thing. Because I had this that I envisioned as like an embroidery patch, but like in sticker form. And I was planning on making like some other like embroidery patch inspired stickers. Yeah, because it would be so nice to be able to just, because like I enjoy embroidery patches myself. I like to wear jackets that you can put embroidery patches on. Like I'm a big bomber jacket enjoyer. Like another thing I would love to get made as merch is like a custom Sukajan. I absolutely love Sukajans. Like honestly, I'd probably just have it as merch just to justify me actually having one for myself, if I'm gonna be perfectly real. Make no mistake, I would definitely be that asshole that wears his own merch. This is not technically possible in terms of flexibility of the shoe, but I'm going for an aesthetic here. It could be like more of a boot. There we go. All right, let's make this hair make sense. Let's see, I thought of making merch that's just a t-shirt of this emote, but resizing it bigger, but it looks super crusty. I'm pretty sure there's a way to... I think your best bet would probably be to, like, try to recreate it as a vector. So you have to get, like, ridiculously sized. For stuff like that to work. And you know what? I just realized this little bit of shadow right here just doesn't quite work. Do you know what? I think I see the problem here. I'm having this shaped wrong. It should be kind of like spilling out from here in all directions instead of it just being stuck to just to the one direction. And let's thicken this outline here just to sort of help separate the back of the head from the hair. There we go. Just get enough texture in here to have this read like hair. There we go. Just enough to have it read like hair. Actually, let's clean this up a little. I'm not quite happy with how this turned out. Let's get like some clear separation of shapes here. But yeah, you might be able to find a vector program to just kind of, I don't want to say trace it, but you're effectively tracing it. One good thing about vectors is because it's all basically just math, shock and horror, you can scale those up infinitely once you have a vector of something. In fact, Adobe Flash is a very famous example of this. So like back in the day, Flash animations were preferred because they created such like, they were like very small, they had like very small file sizes. So they were more like internet friendly for like, because like internet back then was crap. It was awful. Like YouTube had such heavy compression because that's what was possible at the time. Yeah, the good old days of Flash. Remember Newgrounds? I haven't been on Newgrounds in years. And even if you've never heard of Newgrounds, you've definitely heard of alumni from Newgrounds. They're everywhere. Aaron Hansen from the Game Grumps. Ego Raptor from Newgrounds. Oni Plays. Oni and NG and all of them. They're from Newgrounds. Smiling Friends. Psychic Pebbles from Newgrounds. Rubber Ross. Oh, he's one of the old greats from Newgrounds. Battle Block Theater. Basically, Behemoth Studios is the studio that the founder of Newgrounds formed in order to publish Alien Hominid, which was a Flash game on Newgrounds. It's all Newgrounds. Always has been. I can't help it. The internet is just... It's so... blah now. This will be nice. Soft, feathery looking hair. Oh, free psychic damage? Alright, let's do this. What's the psychic damage this time? What property is old enough to drink now? Newgrounds is over 30 years. Fuck. Fuck. It can't be that old. It can't be. By how much? How much? Bro, I'm 31. Fuck. How old is Newgrounds? How old is Newgrounds? How old is Newgrounds? How old is it exactly? How? Fuck. I am exactly 1 year older than Newgrounds. fuck? It started in 95? I started in 94! Fuck. I didn't realize Newgrounds was that old. I thought it got started in like I thought it got started in like the early 2000s. Okay, that's a surprise. Damn, all right. And 07. Oh. Oh. Fuck. This just turned into Millennial Core. Oh no. Okay, so Newgrounds turned into what it was in like 2000. Got it. Newgrounds, everything by everyone. There we go. You know what, let's make a little detail change here. Spiky knuckles. Why not? There we go. Ah, ads. Okay. Alright, just gonna wait for the ads to finish here. And while we're waiting for them to finish, I'll go ahead and get some of these digits put in. we go. Just let me know when the ads are done, and then I will start yapping again. Here we go. Ooh, actually, let me double check the other side. Yeah, it's kind of what I had here, but I messed up the corners. All right, cool. Cool. Ad hell is done. I can go back to yapping. Here we go. So yeah, we're currently working on getting this side of the inks done. I could have just copied and pasted what I did on the other side, but just look at me making more work for myself out of laziness. I would work all night if it meant no work got done. Now, you guys can probably guess from, like, how I ink things. I'm very much a comic illustrator, or I guess dare I even say a manga illustrator, just because I prioritize inks to such a degree that I do. I'm gonna cheat a little with the flower here. Instead of going through the trouble of trying to make it all from scratch, I'm just going to copy what I've already done in another piece. And then we are going to scale and rotate, so we shall spin it this way and scale it down. We're going to turn on alpha lock here, and then, yeah, like that. Then we're going to go in with this purple right here. And actually, let's flip this. Yeah, let's flip this. Okay, first off, let's merge these two layers together. Ooh, Oh, I messed that up. Okay. Okay. Sorry, I'm messing around with layers. Okay, so there we go. And then we will merge those layers together, and then I can use that to get that purple, and then I can use that purple to do this. And I'll go in underneath, and then we will do a little bit of this. Just like that. Like that. And then we'll bring that down to a 50. And then we shall bring these down to a 50. And I should probably start naming these. Hollow flower. And we'll merge. Oh, I see what's happening here. All right. So then we will merge this with the layer below. Duplicate that. Okay, merge those two together. Bring the opacity down to about a 50. And then this will be hollow flower. There, and that's that detail done. So, fun fact with the blacks here. This isn't actually black. This is a very deep purple. So the line art is going to be a deep purple that will read as black in context to everything else. But it's still going to give it that nice kind of cool purple. Okay. Let's see, did I forget anything? Oh, yes, I did. I forgot these little segments right here. Oh, that is a good question. What is the current tangent count? I haven't been keeping count. I did go on a tangent about Newgrounds. Yeah, at least one. I mean, how you guys do the tangent count, that's entirely up to you. It would be pretty funny to have like bets to see how many tangents happen in a month. doing a little bit of texturing here or there. Now that being said, it would make it easier to keep track of like the tangents per stream and then just add them all together near the end. At least until I can get like a total tangent counter set up. Let's get some tech greebly bits on here. And actually, you know what? I think that's good as is right there. And then from here... just like that. You know what? We can get another few tech greebly bits on this here. Yeah, just like that. And might be able to do some more greebly bits on... Let's see, would I be able to do that on the... you know, we'll just leave that be. Don't want to risk it getting too, like, visually noisy. But, out of curiosity... Actually, that works. That works a lot. That really works. And ooh, I just realized I can do a little bit of this. Add a little bit of lighting to the inks. Like so. Okay. Ooh, and then there was this little square here that needs to be filled in. Okay. This is looking good so far. Let's see. Let's do... do something like that. So far, so good. Okay, so that's that done. Let's create another pencil layer, and let's see if we can get some kind of background going here. So immediately, we need to identify the ground plane here. So we kind of have this going on. Yeah, we have all of this happening right down here. So... And actually, the vanishing line wouldn't be that far out. It would be something like here-ish. Because we have a very low horizon line. Yeah, so something like that would probably work. Oh, I'm terrible at horizon lines and vanishing points. This is my art weakness right here. So let's get some refs back in. Okay, let's chill out on these refs for now. Where are the other refs that I had? Ah, here we go. So let's pull this down, and let's get this other, oh, not that one. Let's get this other ref and pull that one down. Okay, so we're gonna be going for this kind of backdrop right here for the casual outfit, and then we're gonna be doing something like this for the primary here. So I think I can work with this. So first off, let's get our horizon line actually set in. And let's get some more lines to suggest where the floor is going to be. There we go. So I'm thinking is...
The classic Final Fantasy XIV joke. There are lines on the floor.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna block in where dark bits on the floor are. Just with a paint bucket tool. And then looks like we can get away with having that kind of be where it cuts off. Like so. And then in a completely separate color, we'll do red. Because it's looking like the pillars are actually just kind of like right in between. So kind of like there-ish. So if we... So we kind of like block in roughly where that is going to be. And actually... No, because the horizon line is right down here. This will actually be kind of curved upwards just a little bit. And then... Looks like this kind of goes off towards the sky, like so. Oh, sky, air quotes. Let's see if I can figure this out then. I mean, if I just kind of do something like that. It doesn't have to be like perfect. It just has to like sell the idea. Yeah, so it just has to sell the idea. And then that kind of vanish like so. And this wouldn't be like so extreme. It'll actually be a little bit more subtle on the side. And then this will kind of, because the horizon line is right there, this will kind of like swoop down like so. Ah, oh, perspective breaks my brain so much. Then we'll have this kind of just sort of terminate right down here. Like so. And then this will be kind of all shaded like that. And this will be kind of like terminated right about here-ish. Because like perspective is wild. You know what? Because the vanishing point is right there, let's just get rid of all the guesswork and just do that. Yeah, so then this will be kind of this way. That kind of like vanishes. Yeah. We'll do that. And then from here, we'll kind of like have this kind of terminate right up there. And I will probably just use a symmetry tool. Let's be real. So, I will go ahead and make a layer here. And, oh, actually, let's make this a vector layer. And let's get a symmetrical ruler here. Because I don't want to draw this twice. And what I'm planning on doing is something like that. Though a little bit more. Well, first of all, let's make these lines thin. We can always like double up lines and make them thicker, but it's very difficult to make them thinner. And besides, we don't want it to be like super thick. So we'll bring that oh, whoops. That was the eraser tool. So we'll bring this down. so. Get that right. Oh, whoop. Did not mean to do that. Whoops. Okay, so let's try that again. We'll bring that over like so. Oh, actually, what am I doing? What am I doing? No, I should be doing it like this. Bring that in like so. And then delete it from that side. And also delete it from like this side here, because we don't need it to be like right there. Now keep in mind, this is on the layer underneath our major layer here. And again, we're not being like super detailed about it. We're just kind of just getting the idea of this background in. To like right there. That'd be kind of like how the wall would gradually slope towards it, and then we will have that line kind of break there. Come on. Oh, it's gonna make me zoom out. Okay, let's try this again. Hey Chinchilla, welcome on in. Weird to see me streaming on a Monday, isn't it? So that's going to be like way up here, and then that's going to terminate this way, I think. Potentially, maybe. Wait, did I mess this up? I think I messed this up. Oh, damn. Yeah, I messed that up. Oh no. Okay, let's figure this out. You know what? Next time, I'm just gonna do basic backgrounds in Blender. It's way quicker for me to make something in Blender than it is to like do grids. Oh, and we have ads. It'll give me a chance to actually have some of these cucumbers. Nom nom nom. Kappa. Hey, gym time! Got that gym spice. You know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, now that I'm really thinking about it, now that I'm really thinking about it, let's see. I think a fun thing to think about is Sunny is streaming on a Monday, but also on a Tuesday for some people, but never on a Sunday today specifically. Time zones are funny like that. Okay. All right, gang. Let's see. Just let me know when the ads are over, because I'm going to be cheating a little. And you'll understand what I mean. Because let's see if I can get this. Ha ha ha! Okay. Time to cheat. Let's go. Okay. So, I am terrible at drawing backgrounds in perspective. But you know what I'm really good at? So first, let's get rid of that cube. And let's make a plane. And then we're going to scale up this plane. And then we're going to, let's see, actually let's count this out. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, let's do 10 on that side. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 on that side. And then what we'll do is we will do a little bit of this. Now, I did say we were going to be cheating. This should just let you know how frustrating backgrounds are for me. Because we're gonna be using 3D models. And you know what? We're gonna do something. We're gonna do something a little silly here. So I'm gonna put a split down the middle here. We're gonna get rid of everything on this side. Then we are going to add a modifier here. Ooh, where is it? Oh, here we go. Mirror modifier. Now we're gonna take everything here. And we are going to extrude upwards. Like so. And I did say we were going to be cheating with this. And it's a lot easier for me just to do... Hold on, let's get all of this together here. It's a lot easier for me just to do this. Look at that. Why is my Discord notifications going? Oh, that's probably why. For some reason, streamer mode's not active. Let's change that. Where is it? There it is. Cool. Cool. That should keep the Discord notification from going off. Alright, so now that we have this as our basis, we can just kind of grab it and... Oh, whoops. So... Oh, no. Not that way. There we go. So we can extend it out like that. And then here's the easy part. We will take some cylinders. And again, we'll scale them down just a little bit. We will add another mirror modifier onto this. And then anything we do on one side will be mirrored on the other. So how we're going to do this is... It is like legitimately easier for me just to do this in Blender real quick than to actually draw everything. Remember, if you have multiple skills, utilize them. It's fine. And then just Shift D, and then we will move that there, Shift D. Move that there, Shift D. Move that there. And actually we'll just kind of, we'll fix this a little. We'll just grab all of that. Just kind of eyeball it to where it looks kind of all right. There. Just like that. And then we will take all of this, Shift D, and then move it further down. Ooh, for some reason that didn't get moved along with it, so... Oh, nope, not that. And just like that. Just like that. Yeah, I think this is because when drawing a background, you're forced to build it from a fixed perspective, where building it from Blender lets you visualize it in 3D space. That's exactly it. And then from there, can just do this, so I can do print screen, and then I have no idea how that's going to look on stream. I don't know if everything just like froze for a second there. But then I can just go in here, and instead of all of this nonsense and this nonsense, we'll just go in and we'll just oh, it should just paste right in, but I guess we're not going to be able to do that. So I'm going to have to go in and find my screen caps here. Ah, here we go. Oh, yes. Yes, I definitely need to talk to you about that later. So... So yeah, we'll do that. And let's see if we can extract the lines from it. Actually kind of like how that looks in terms of like high contrast. Yeah, let's use that. Cool, and then all we need to really do is just go in with our ink layer now. Oh, I just realized this is still up on the screen. Hold on. Boom. There we go. Here we go. Okay, so... now we can just kind of go in and just block things out. So for this, I'm going to use... I'm going to use this bright pink here. And I'm going to use the polyline tool. Oh, yeah, the polyline tool here. And I'm just going to quickly just drop in some shapes. Now the frame should actually be at the very top. There we go. Blender is a very useful tool for blocking out backgrounds if you're terrible at perspective. No one's gonna judge you for it, because it still requires your full input, as long as you're not like just like taking other people's like 3D models and just like tracing over them. Just space that out, even though it doesn't quite make sense for it to be spaced out like that. I'll still do it anyway. This will give like a pretty solid idea. And then we can just kind of fade it out towards the end there. And I just realized I did this all on the frames layer. Okay. So that's why that looked awful. Why would you put a background in a blender? Making a smoothie? Yes, we're making a background smoothie. So we're just doing it a little bit like this. Not going to be too super precious about everything here. It's okay to say, fuck it, that's good enough, and move on. I should probably put down some flats real quick before I start continuing on here. Otherwise, this is going to become a lot of visual noise. So let's get a nice... Still want a deep purple, but still have it be kind of like desaturated a little. So actually, let's make that just a little bit brighter. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, a lot like that. And then this might be like a 3-prong approach here. So then we'll have this be a lighter purple. We'll have this side right here be a darker purple. Hey, welcome in, Proteus. Doing pretty all right. Working on a nice commission today. This is a surprise commission for my housemate, Layla. Basically, a member of my community paid for the commission for this design, and we surprised Layla with it. And after a little bit of her input, we're getting this all set up for her. Oh, I'm just mentioning that this was a surprise. Yeah. 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 So I tend to be in the mecha tag a lot because, you know, I am a mecha artist. In fact, I do all sorts of I do all sorts of stuff with like Lancer and all of that. Oh, Code Geass is so good. Yeah. Like I love mecha, all mecha. One of my favorites is still like Eureka 7. That's one of my favorites. And it will always be one of my favorites. of my older cousins has an entire landscaping diorama on top of his multi-deck display case. Oh my god. If only I took a picture of that 10 years ago. Oh, I would have loved to see it. But yeah, I'm working on a commission for my housemate, which is this. If you'd like, I can just quickly show you some other stuff I do. Let's see, on the topic of mecha, I also finalized my plans on who I'm going to cosplay as when I go to an anime con in May. Ooh, who you cosplaying as? Nami from Full Metal. That is a good choice. That is a very good choice. Oh, I need to watch Full Metal Panic. I really need to watch Full Metal Panic. I'm kind of getting through Gazaraki at the moment, and then after that, I'm going to be diving like right into I'm going to be diving into like another one as well after that. I'm blanking on the name right now. Pat Labor. Pat Labor. Let's see, I drew a couple of fan art of her hand-drawn. Ooh! I'd love to see it. Can't believe I'm saying this out loud, but I have a weak spot for tomboys, tank tops, and cargo pants. So I didn't stand a chance as soon as I saw Nami for the first time. Honestly, that is valid. That is valid. I think everyone has a weak spot for tomboys. Like, here's the thing. If anyone says that they don't have a weak spot for tomboys, they're obviously lying. They have looked you in the face and lied to you. Yeah, see, I'm kind of the opposite. Like, I am a certifiable femboy, so like we're kind of like on the same spectrum here. Like this model I made, it's aside from like the green eyes, it's honestly it's not too far off from how I look, all the way down to the luscious lashes. It's like we are rare unicorns in our respective worlds. Vision at my house seeing a model train layout. Is this your bros? Nah, this is mine. Yeah. Hell yeah. I actually have a community Discord if you want to drop in. You can type in like exclamation Discord or like just scroll down to like my little about section and just click on the on like the Discord icon. We talk about big stompy robots all the time. We talk about all things like mecha, Lancer, what have you. We have some people that that post their gunpla kits. I know Techno does that a lot. Anyhow, my week's been quiet. All I did was eat a damn good Popeyes meal on Saturday. Oh, I miss Popeyes. Ever since I moved to the UK, it's been like so difficult to find Popeyes. And the Popeyes that is here, it's like it's overpriced. It's like it's Popeyes, but it's not Popeyes prices. Also, Church's. I haven't had Church's chicken in like years. Fucking love Popeyes. Also, their fries. Oh my god, their fries. Say I went all out since I have a fast metabolism. Honestly, yeah. I feel that. I feel that. I feel that. Every time I eat with friends, they look at me and go, "Where the fuck are you putting it all?" And it's just like skill issue. High metabolism. Popeyes, KFC, and Church's chicken. Basically the holy trifecta of chicken. There we go. And then we will move that. There we are. Yeah, I also play a lot of Helldivers around here as well, just because, you know, the mechs and Helldivers. I'm a mech diver. And I've also been wanting to play some BattleTech. So like I have the BattleTech game. I also have MechWarrior 5 that I want to play. And one game I'm really looking forward to just like finally sitting down and playing is Armored Core 6. Oh, ads. And pausing for ads. All right, ads are over. Cool. And we are back. Yeah, this is the first time I've actually streamed on a Monday for like the longest time. I normally stream on Sundays, but I'm thinking about actually picking up Mondays more permanently. So doing like Sundays, Mondays, and Thursdays as my stream days. Sending the Nami art right now. Oh yes, because we have an Artist Alley section. Yeah, the rules in my Discord are like very loose. Just like just don't do anything that'll make me like just keep it safe for work, and just don't do anything that'll force me to make more rules. Oh hey! Hey! Thanks for the raid, Bronze. Welcome in. Bronze in the 4th Company diving in via a raid and run from the SES Sword of Justice. All the best to you and your brilliant start of the week. Much appreciated. Oh, that's actually really good. Especially the second one. Yeah, for those who are wondering, it's up in the Artist Alley channel in the Sunny Mech Bay Discord. Yeah, one thing I do around here is I like to go on like art teaching tangents. So if there's like anything you would like to learn about like art, just let me know and I will gladly like just go on a whole tangent. Like, I love spreading art knowledge. Also, I think you would like one of the protagonists from, I think you'd probably like the main protagonist from the, oh, what was it? The Pat Labor OST. Also like a peppy tomboy and all of that. So like, Pat Labor's a really good one. Let's see. Good day, Sunny and Co. I had a little run-in with the Illuminate, had an unforeseen issue on the side with connections, but we've managed to salvage it somewhat. That's good. As long as you were able to get those squids to learn their place, we will not stand for such unprovoked aggression. Okay, I think I have a decent color palette now for this. Yeah, enjoying this so far. Have the outer be that and the inner be the purple. Let's see. Wow, Twitch decided to crash on me. Did you see my comment? Let's see. So you said you have yet to watch Full Metal Panic. Have you watched... Honestly, I'd be down to watch Full Metal Panic later. Like, I'd be totally down for like a marathon. Cause that's another thing. I've been wanting to host mecha anime marathons for a while. How do you feel about the mechs from XCOM? the... Let's have a look at the mechs from XCOM, actually. Hold on. Oh. Hold on. Let me find a good picture of this. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's some good size 1/2 mech if I ever saw it. Damn. That looks so good. Hell yeah. That gets the Sunny Mecha seal of approval. That gets the seal of approval. There we are. Oh, I should play Titanfall again. I haven't played any of the multiplayer stuff. I just did the campaign. Let's see. Oh, that's grim. They don't pilot the mechs, they become the mechs. Honestly, I kind of respect it in a way. We go. Okay, then we will get this over here. There we are. A little bit there. A little bit there. A little bit there. And let's get that marked in. That one in the purple. That one in gray. And then... Oh, whoops. Wrong color. There we go. And let's get that nice, very light blue for the dress here. Oh, nope, we gotta get lighter than that. I'm gonna go for like an off-white blue. that should just about do it. And then we will do... Actually, instead of that pink, let's just make this a little bit more on the purple side. Let's see. By the way, you're in the UK. My family's in the early stages of planning a vacation there next year. Hey! Yeah, I'm UK based. I moved here about 3 years ago now. Let's see, one of my aunts live in the outskirts of London. I mean, hey, the outskirts of London is actually like a fairly decent place to be because like you're just outside of the madness of London. So you don't really have to like worry about it too much. Because, like, London is a wonderful city, but it is a lot. Oh yeah, no, the public transit and all the trains, it's so wonderful. Like, it's nice knowing that at any given time you can just like get a train ticket and just go anywhere in the country. No vehicle necessary. Just a ticket and a train. That being said, the ticket prices have been going up a bit lately, but, what can you do? Yeah, cars will always be more expensive, but at the very least, you have options besides the cars. I have issues when there's like no options left besides private motor vehicles, and it's like, why? The public transport here is such a highlight. And this is coming from someone who has like a horrible fear of driving. Let's see, China, Australia, and Switzerland. Yeah, that's a pretty good bucket list. Though with China, it really depends on the region. Let's see, I've been to London only twice, though. I would like to explore more of the city at some point. Yeah, I'll be honest, I mostly just go to London on the off chance I ever go to, like, MCM Comic-Con. I haven't been to a con since, like, the pandemic, so... I honestly don't know what I'd cosplay, though.
Did someone say MCM in London?
Yeah, because I used to go there like every year in May or October, depending.
That is a VTuber event happening during that weekend. We have a common interest as of right now.
Let's see it. Also, the music's pretty chill. Okay, I got really distracted by the flats because I was just going to put down some quick flats just to make sure everything just kind of sat right in here, but this has quickly gotten a little out of control. I should stream on Mondays more often. This is nice. I'm really loving this atmosphere. And actually... Oh, what will really pop with this? Gold. Yes. Secondary colors. Why does the anti-aliasing keep on coming back on? Oh, I see what's happening. There we go. There we go. There we go. Okay, this is coming along more like how I was envisioning it. And I'll clean these up later. Or actually, yeah, no, I won't have them on the ankles. We don't need to emphasize the ankles there. Exclamation lurk. Yep, you're welcome to lurk anytime. It's always nice meeting new mech friends. Here we go. Just kind of chipping away at the flat colors here. while we're at it, let's fill this in. There we go. Nice. Righto, I'm gonna go have some democratic dinner. All the best to you and everyone, and have a good show, Sonny. I'll see you on the other side, boss. Yeah, I'll catch you around, Bronze. A Mexociate, perhaps. Ooh, I like that. Sonny and Mexociates. Oh. Speaking of mech stuff. Speaking of mech stuff. Guess what finally arrived in the mail today? I finally have the printed copy of Aether Nexus, which means I can finally get that Aether Nexus West Marches campaign put together. Like, granted, I probably could have beforehand, but like it was just nice to have the book first before I dove right in. So now I have the copy I printed out for me to write in, and I have a nicer physical copy that I can use to reference. So this is going to be a lot of fun. A face reveal in general chat. Nice outfit. Oh, I should probably see how I need to contact my family in the Philippines at some point and just see how they're doing. It's been a while since I've talked to any of my my aunties and uncles. I mean, hey, that's valid. Like, when you find an outfit that just works, you just gotta stick with it. Like, I've always kind of just, like, stuck with a... So for the longest time, I wore, like, a red leather jacket with, like, a bunch of, with, like, it was always, like, the same pair of jeans, the same pair of, like, everything, and it's, like... I would like to get a green jacket at some point. I like green more than I like red, obviously. But it's so hard to find anything like green that isn't like olive. Yeah, growing up you wonder, man, why are all these cartoon characters dressing the exact same every single day? And then as an adult you're like, oh yeah, no, I get it. I get it now. It's so much easier. I totally get it. There we go. Heck yeah. Got that. All right. Layla. Oh, perfect timing. You just got done with a race. Have a look at this color palette. And tell me what you think. Like,
wow.
so if like the bits of gold for some of the metal, I'm going to like actually render out the crystal so it looks like it should. And how do you feel about the...
Oh wow, you gave it a slight light blue hue.
Yeah, just sort of like an off-white blue.
That's nice, actually.
And it'll complement the purple.
Oh wow.
And of course the flower.
I love that. I like that. Also, I love the fact that I was like, oh yeah, you don't have to put the eyes on for the masks, and you put the eyes on the masks anyway.
Yep.
I wasn't expecting you to do that. Kind of works though.
Yeah, I know what I'm doing.
Not like you're an artist or anything.
Yeah, could you imagine if I were an artist?
Yeah, no.
Damn, I'd be unstoppable.
Imagine if people paid you to do this. Damn.
Yeah, that'd be
That'd
wild.
be so wild. Anyway, can we get 5 gifted subs for subs? Also, I love the fact that Kitty is here whilst also being flustered in another person's stream as well. Getting called out, Kitty.
Get called out, nerd.
Yeah, I am good with that.
Excellent. We got the Layla seal of approval, folks. And you know what? I think I will also add a little bit up here. Just to kind of give it some... Just kind of draw the eye up here as well. There we go. What would the Layla seal of approval look like? I mean...
Are we really gonna have to design that too? Come on now.
Let's be real, it's probably gonna look like it's probably gonna be in the shape of your crystal, but with the lesbian flag in it.
Possibly. Either that, or you know how those wax circles that normally go on like envelopes or like as a stamp?
Oh yeah.
The flower would be a very good...
Yes.
The flower
Hmm.
with a lesbian color palette for the wax. Potentially. Or something along those lines.
You know, that would be very easy to design.
I hope you're all happy for this. Like, this is... God damn it.
I'm just saying, it'd be very easy.
I could... If you designed that, I could assign that to the channel point redeems. As in, like, the channel point currency icon, I could switch into that.
Like, it'd be so easy to do. Cause like, I already have the asset for the flower. I can just turn that into a wax seal. I can do like the negative space.
And the best part is that if you did that, that would work as a sticker.
It absolutely would.
That would basically work as a sticker, and I could easily give those out at conventions.
Speaking of, I'm just gonna quickly grab this other piece I drew of Layla.
You just grabbed me in the froggy outfit.
Yeah, because, like, it's the one I have available that has your color palette on it.
No. I'm gonna leave you to it. I'm gonna freaking lock in with my next race. God damn it.
There we go. Okay, and then we will just sort of erase this little bit around the eyes, get the whites of the eyes back. Now, I will probably need to go back and, like, actually fill this with proper white instead of just, like, erasing, because it's still kind of transparent at the moment. So the moment I start adding backgrounds and such, this is going to essentially vanish. But for the sake of throwing down flats currently, this will work. I can always go back and add the whites of the eyes later. There we go. Nice. Okay. Then we'll come back here. We'll pick this color. And then this is where things get a little bit messy. Because in hindsight, and I do this every time, it would probably be easier for me to do all of this on a separate layer instead of like doing it all on the main base layer, but I just get into a flow state and I just don't feel like doing all of that. So here we are. I make more work for myself by being lazy. But we can go in and quickly fill all of this back in with the brush tool. So this is gonna look really messy at first. But we're just going to try to get the majority of it in, and then I'll go back in and clean it up here once we throw all of this down. Oh, whoops. Did not mean to do that. Okay. And then boop, 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 and there. Let's get rid of that little corner right there. Okay. Then the rest of this I can clean up as we go along. Oh, whoops. We have a little color bleed. Let's get rid of that. And, oh, speaking of color bleed. There. Okay, now let's clean this up. Oh yeah, there's still like quite a bit of color bleed here as well, and a bunch of missed spots when I was putting in the skin tone. Not to worry, we can fix that momentarily. It's really nice seeing everything just kind of like come together once you start adding color. There we are. So that's that bit of the hair done. Let's see if we can get like all the major bits of hair done around the face. There we are. Okay. All right, guys. Serious question. What day do you think would be a good day for mecha anime? Because now that I have a surplus of time, you know, now that I'm basically doing art full time these days, we can have a mecha night. We can all just sort of like gather on one day and just watch mecha. Thursday? You know what? Yeah, Thursday would probably work. Every day. I mean, every day would. I mean, that is a thing. That is a thing we could do. Like, I'm an adult now. I don't have a bedtime. I'm an unemployed adult now. No, not unemployed. A freelance adult now. Let's see, hard for me to say, as I'm free almost all the time often. Valid, valid, valid. Yeah, let's get some more community stuff pulled together. Like, I would say like tonight, but I kind of promised a friend group that I would watch Frieren with them on Mondays. So, catching up on Frieren. Like, we're still in the first season. I have almost always been a you tell me when I'll show up person. Valid. I'm kind of the same way, honestly. I am very terrible at picking times. Because normally when like scheduling things, I try to find out, at least when it comes to scheduling like tabletops and all that, I try to find out like when people are available. That's why I've kind of just decided, you know what, fuck it, we'll just do West Marches. People bring their characters, and if they show up, well, great. They get to play a fun game. If not, hey, no big deal. With Aether Nexus, I might do a thing where for people who are unable to make it, I will probably send them like a little blurb with a choice, so even when they're not able to make it, they still have some like agency over what happens that week, even if they're just like off screen. I think that'd be a lot of fun. Get a nice living world going. And and then use some of that to sort of do the same thing with Lancer, because that'd be fun. I can make like planetary regions that are experiencing certain conflicts. Do like a whole like news bulletin system for like galactic events. Do a thing where downtime happens in real time. Just fun stuff like that. There we go. Getting a nice purple in the hair put in. Let's see, that reminds me of one of the items I made for a 5e D&D campaign. Oh, do tell. Listen, I have my complaints about 5e, but I will never complain about the cool things that players and GMs come up with for 5e. Best way to put it, I hate the system, not the people who enjoy it. Or rather, I hate the company that creates the system. Because Hasbro is pretty awful. Trying to find somewhere to watch Codename Kids Next Door. Oh my god! K&D. Oh my god! That brings back so many good memories. It's such a good show. Except the Pink Eye episode, that shit was cursed as fuck. Yeah. Yeah. I never look at an apple crumble the same after that. Let's see. It was a sand hourglass that froze time for a person for a minute. The catch was, it was a real minute hourglass timer that it lasted for, so you had to be fast with declaring your narrative or actions. Also, the frozen things were immovable and invulnerable. That kind of reminds me of another item I had for a for like an Ebron campaign I ran once. It was called Death's Hourglass, and the whole thing behind it was it was time manipulation, but you had to basically had to flip the hourglass, and it would send you back however much time you flipped it for. But it was a big chunky hourglass. and the thing I haven't had the players figure out was that it also told people when someone was about to die. It was kind of like a way to explain how a possible like death deity would be able to do everything all at once in an instant. There we go. And then so for the eyes. There we go. Oh, thank you. I don't think I'll get over the sudden flip to the Froggy Layla face out of nowhere. This was by design. There we go. Okay, something's not right here. Why is this not right? Something's not right here. I think I know what's happening here. Okay. Okay, I see what happened. I see the issue now. Okay, let's bring this down to about a 10. And then let's... I see the issue. Yes, I agree. to get this eye to look right now. Okay, so we have that there. Oh wait, I did that with the wrong color. Fuck. Fuck. My usual method for eyes is failing me. Why must you betray me, hand? Okay. Okay. Let's try this again. And then just get rid of that. See, even with my skill level, I still struggle with eye placement. Gesundheit. Next, I want this to be kind of like right here-ish. Gesundheit. Nah, that's not gonna work. Let's try. Actually, let's try not to have this like touch the bottom. Okay, let's see if this works. Question. Does Sunny like Metal Gear? Do I like Metal Gear? Why would you ask something like that?
engravings offer no tactical advantage whatsoever. Furthermore, you twist your wrist to absorb the recoil. That's more of a revolver technique. Still, that was some pretty fancy shooting. You're pretty good. Pretty good?
Wait. Oh my god. A Metal Gear Rex desk mat. Oh, I'm filled with a mighty need. Oh no. Well, I'm just going to bookmark that. Oh my god, they have a Snake and Otacon plush. Oh my god. Oh, everything from Fangamer makes me unreasonably happy. That's some good shit right there. Sunny needs to read audiobooks with the Snake voice.
It was the best of times, it was the worst of times. According to all known laws of aviation, there is no way a bee should be able to fly. Its wings are too small to get its fat little body off the ground. The bee, of course, flies anyway, because bees don't care what humans think it is impossible.
I mean, I really should read audiobooks. I really should. That'd be a good way to get some, like, side income. And give me an excuse to actually, like, read things. See if I can get these. I know I'm spending like way too much time on these eyes. But I think that's about right now. David Attenborough documentary. Hold on. Let's see if I can find like a random all right, I found a random David Attenborough script.
The city in Ukraine was once home to almost 50,000 people. It had everything a community would need for a comfortable life. But on the 26th of April, 1986, it suddenly became uninhabitable. The nearby nuclear power station of Chernobyl exploded, and in less than 48 hours, the city was evacuated. No one has lived there ever since. No, hold on. If I'm doing this, hold on. At the risk of getting copyright here, hold on. Let's see, is this going to be... Yeah, here we go. The explosion was the result of bad planning and human error. Mistakes. It triggered an environmental catastrophe that had an impact across Europe. Many people regarded it as the most costly and human in the history of mankind. But Chernobyl was a single event, the true tragedy of our time still unfolding across the globe, barely noticeable from day to day. I'm talking about the loss of our planet's wild places, its biodiversity. The living world is a unique and spectacular marvel. Billions of individuals and millions of kinds of plants and animals, dazzling in their variety and richness, working together to benefit from the energy of the sun and minerals of the earth, leading lives that interlock in such a way that they sustain each other. We rely entirely on this finely tuned life support machine, and it relies on its biodiversity to run smoothly. Yet, the way we humans live on Earth now is sending biodiversity into a decline. This too is happening as a result of bad planning and human error, and it too will lead to what we see here, a place which we cannot live. The natural world is fading. The evidence is all around. It happened in my lifetime. I've seen it with my own eyes. This film is my witness statement and my vision of the future, the story of how we came to make our greatest mistake, and how, if we act now, we can yet put it right.
That was the entire, like, opening of David Attenborough, A Life on Our Planet. Like, it's the whole script, too. Like, if I wanted to, I could have gone through, like, the entire thing. It's like, and the next line after, like, the title drop is, I'm David Attenborough, I am 93. I was very tempted to go, I'm Iroquois Pliskin. I am 93. I've had the most extraordinary life. It's only now that I appreciate how extraordinary. Right, anyways. I love doing stupid stuff like that. It's so much fun. It's so much fun. Okay, so now that we have that down, can actually get to this bit right here that I was working on. Ooh, and now that we have that, we can actually go in with a white. Now, I did say at the start of the stream, this was going to be a short one. But we, at the very least, got some flats done, got the inks done for 2 of the major bits of this art piece, and then after that, it should just be a matter of just getting everything sketched up and colored off stream. Do some shading, all of that fun stuff. I'll probably do some sketches for the action pose that's going to go at the bottom of this piece. But I'm very happy with how this is turning out. There we go. And let's make sure that we get this here. Actually, did I? There's no way. Did I actually already hit the eyes with white? I might be imagining things. That's... Apparently I did. Okay. Cool. All right. Unexpected. All right, before I finish here, what I will do is I will take... Oh, this is actually like a kind of deepish blue, so not even going to like super worry about whether or not the shape is perfect, because again, this is mostly just a quick little background to sort of like get the general idea of what is happening. Oh, and I just realized this shouldn't be on the flats layer. I messed up. This shouldn't be on the flats layer. This should be on... Yeah, let's have it be on this layer. There we go. Then we'll just start again from this side. Here we go. Paste that in there. Go, and this should kind of give a general idea of like the background. I'm not gonna worry too much about it. Again, the background's not really like the focal point here. It's just kind of like incidental. Then we're gonna take this like deeper blue here. Just gonna scrape it through here. And you know what? We'll do a little bit more right here-ish. And then we will kind of break it off. It's supposed to go on like indefinitely, but like we're not gonna we're just getting the idea of the background without like the particulars of the background, if that makes sense. There we go. And then do is, with that same color, go in with a soft brush here. And then we'll just do a little bit of that. It's fine. Yeah, maybe not that extreme. Actually, let's just bring that down and we'll... You know what? What am I doing? What am I doing? We'll just select everything in this rectangle here, and then we'll go in with the soft brush. And then we will go in, we'll make the brush a bit smaller here, and then we will delete some of it right here near this point, and then we will come in with this kind of like bright-ish pink here. And then come in with a bit of an overlay. We'll also use this as a means to kind of brighten up the pillars just a little bit. And actually, instead of overlay, let's do add glow. God. Okay. Yeah, that works. Okay. That is looking good so far. So then we'll do that as an add glow, and then for hollow flower, we'll do that as an add glow as well. And speaking of add glow, again, just gonna come in like very nice and small here, and it's not my usual method, but we'll see if we can get this to work. Get that to glow a little bit more, and then we will hit that with the glow. Get the edges of this to kind of like glow. Hit that with some subtle glow. There we go. There. Let's see this. Let's see. The suit reminds me of the Pro Tag from Oni on PS2. Oh. I was just watching a video on that one too. Yeah, because this one had like an entire like hand-to-hand combat system, and like the art style. I love the art style for Oni. But yeah, now we have a really nice I made that a little bit too subtle. Let's give that a little bit more of a glow. There we go. And actually, let's do a ghost of a glow on the other side. Yeah, there we go. One thing I will do is just to kind of bring out a little emphasis on the form. Even though it's not going to strictly make sense, it's not going to strictly make sense. However, I want Layla to kind of pop out from the background a bit. So we're going to add a little bit of like a back glow. Like, it doesn't have to make sense to make sense. That should help it read a little better. And you know what? Before I depart for the night, let's add some shadows. Well, pick a nice purple to use for the multiply layer. We're gonna go a little bit bigger with the brush here, and then just gonna hit some shadows with a nice purple. And this will sort of help us get a little bit more definition. And just like that. Thicken up this kind of like central line just a little bit. There we go. Just like that. We've got that in shadow now. Just going to get some more definition here. let's see. Getting a shower will return. Enjoy your shower, Kasserkin. Here we go. Hell yeah, got this all blocked in. It's been a while since I've saved. Let's do that real quick. There we are. Yeah, we'll just put all of that in shadow. Why not? There's not really a strict light source in this particular scene, so... Normally, I would put a shadow along this underside right here, but we have the lights that will kind of interrupt that. So I'll just kind of like hint at the form, and I'll cut it off right there. But I will still have like this deeper shadow right along this underside. There we go. There we go. Let's see, I'm gonna put a little bit of shadow in the little artificial muscle area just because it's kind of blocked. There we are. Have you heard of the tabletop war game War Machine? Yes, I have. In fact, I've been wanting to play, like, one of the games I wanted to play like way back was actually their role-playing game. Though, like, at the time, for whatever reason, I was like really obsessed with the Trollkins, like with their entire aesthetic. They are on My Mini Factory now. Like, they have like entire war bands that are available for like 3D printing, which I think is pretty cool. I've seen some of the designs they have for like their mechs. Again, solid stuff. They're like one of the go-tos for fantasy mech designs, I've noticed. Let's see, gonna grab some doings from the shop. Hey, enjoy. Have a safe walk to the shops. I am probably gonna raid someone here in just a moment. So probably a good time. It's getting pretty close to... It's getting pretty close to anime night time, actually, so... Yeah, I'm quite happy with the progress made. I'll chip away at the rest of this off stream. For the Lapis Stars, I will drop this in the arts channel as soon as it is done. And yeah, let's find someone to raid. We got one of them done, at the very least. So that's good. So let's have a look here. Who is streaming on twitch.tv today? I will say the mask on the knees kind of look like they have googly eyes. Yeah, they kind of do, don't they? Shh, don't tell no one. All right, let's see. Who is streaming? Let's see here. We are going to be running into someone here. Just need to find... Yeah, no one I follow is currently... Let's see. Who dis? Who dis? Hold on.
Too dark.
Turning your VTubers into a MeTuber. This one could be a fun stream to raid into. Yeah, we're gonna be raiding in on Cyberpunk. Love that name. And he's currently turning people's VTubers into MeTubers. So let me just go ahead and just type in the raid command here. Yeah, so I'm quite happy with how this has been turning out so far. I'm gonna do some more of this off stream. We got quite a bit done today in this short amount of time. So this will probably be done within like the next couple of days, if I'm gonna be honest. I tend to work fast once I really get started. Because now that we've pretty much figured out the color scheme, like the poses, the composition, and I've kind of just reaffirmed that, you know what, fuck it, I'll just block in backgrounds in in Blender, this all works out. So let's switch over to our nice little just chatting screen here. There we go. There we go. And, you know, as always, thanks for joining me on this Monday. It's not our usual day, but, you know, keep your giant robot stompy, and I'll catch you around.